Hey, Popcorn Talk, we're getting ready for another box office breakdown. We're going to see how Finding Dory has what it takes to be king of the box office 3 weeks in a row. Let's do this.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk, we talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's Box Office Breakdown.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Box Office Breakdown here on Popcorn Talk. How's everyone doing? We're going to be talking about all the box office breakdowns here from the weekly box office, and we're going to provide insights on future weeks to come. I'm one of your hosts, Frank Moran. You can follow me on Twitter at HappyGoJackie.
Hi guys, I'm Quinn Scillian. You can find me on Twitter at Quinn Scillian.
And I'm DJ Richie Skye, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Richie Skye.
Yes, running out our panel is usually Kari Lane, but she's on assignment this weekend over at the Anime Expo.
Yeah, poor
in Los
her.
Angeles. Yes, if you've been following her on social media, you can see all the craziness she's getting up to there at Anime Expo. Oh,
Wow.
Pretty crazy crowds, if anybody's been watching that.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing on Twitter. It's
Yes.
been fun to look at. I love seeing all the cosplay. I love it.
I want to go to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. You and 125 of your thousand of your closest friends. 125,000 of your closest friends.
I would love it.
And you can wait for camp out overnight
Don't
to
you
get into
take
Hall
tickets a
H.
year in advance? You really got to plan.
Yeah, not necessarily a
I've
year in
got
advance,
it
but at least.
in.
on the list that's even allowed to get tickets when it comes to that.
God, I would love
I've
to
got
go.
an inside track.
There you go.
Whoa. We'll talk after the show.
Yep.
So, folks, we're going to break down the weekly box office, talk about a little predictions, and then, as we promised last week, we're going to open up the phone lines here and give you a chance to call in and talk about how accurate your predictions were. You can insult some of our predictions here and make fun of what our choices are. We'll do that. I'll give the number out a little later in the episode so you folks can call in. But we'll start off right now, as we always do, talking about the top 5 at the domestic box office this week. Certainly, we had no doubt, Finding Dory dominating the box office once
It's
again.
pretty
there.
unanimous.
Yes. Almost $42 million there. Just down a little over 42%.
Which is pretty much the same. What was it down the first week? Pretty similar, right?
Yeah, pretty similar, yeah.
So we kind of halved it and then we halved it again. So we'll
Yeah.
see what happens next week.
So, any surprise?
No, I
No,
saw
I'm
it
not
today.
surprised by that at all. Not really.
Yeah. And actually, before we start talking any more about the box office here, we should just a quick check in there with DJ Richie Skye. Warcraft.
Did you see it?
Okay, so listen. Hold on. The only reason that I did not see it was because I had a death in the family.
Okay.
Okay,
Fair
so
enough, fair enough.
that just took my whole week, like on a left turn, and I had to travel and all that good stuff. And I knew that was gonna come up today, so I did not see it. So
We all talked about it last week. We knew.
I feel as though I deserve the extension.
Yeah, you get.
I do.
But if you're not gonna do it with us,
No, I'm gonna do
gun
it.
to your head, basically, you're never gonna do it.
I am going to see this movie.
All right.
We talked so much about it. I feel like I have
In
to see
6
it.
months
Yes.
when it's on iTunes, I get it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Right. So we'll touch base again with Richie in 6 months, and we'll see what he thought of Warcraft.
I'm gonna see it this week. Watch.
All right. Okay.
Why are you setting yourself up for failure?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm reaching for the stars.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I actually did make it to the theater this week. Saw Finding Dory, finally.
Nice.
I will say, as much as I loved it, and it was really, really cute, and it was worth every minute of Baby Dory, because I was literally dying. By the way, I saw it alone today.
Not wrong.
The adult alone at the kids movie is something else. It's just that's a thing to behold. But I do kind of wish I had gone to see Swiss Army Man instead. I'm just so curious about this movie. I know it's nowhere near our top 5, but
Right,
I'm just
I was looking for it.
No, believe me,
somewhere on my
you won't
list.
find it. But it's this weird movie with Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe, and I just keep seeing it, and I cannot for the life of me wrap my head around what this movie must be.
I feel like he does a lot of weird movies.
So I just feel like I kind of just wish I had just gone to figure that out, because I kind of knew what Finding Dory was going to be, and it was really adorable, and I loved it. But I just really got to see this movie.
No, friends of mine that have seen it have raved about it.
Great.
So it does make me interested in checking it out.
Okay.
It's
a date, Frank.
All right, we're going.
We're going.
Next date.
Well, thanks for contributing to Finding
You have to
Dory's
see
box
Warcraft.
office.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like,
She's
thanks for
shutting it down.
inviting me. Yeah, I did contribute. Not to these numbers, because I saw it today, but pretty close.
So next week.
For next week.
Yeah, there you go. Quinn can brag about her contribution next week.
Finally.
Now, coming at number 2 was a film that I wanted to do well, but I did not think it was going to do well. And so even though I was predicting its downfall. I am excited that it did well. The Legend of Tarzan from Warner Brothers there, a little over $38 million.
That did better than any of us thought it was going to do.
It did. Now, if you think about it, the budget, though, $180 million.
Okay.
So it's still got a long way to go to be able to be considered a success.
Why was the budget so big for that? I'm trying to figure it out.
CGI?
Like, what did they think? Well, no, I mean, I'm thinking, did they expect this to do, like, really, really well?
I mean, I don't think you're going to put in that much money into a film if you don't think it's going to do well.
But I just don't understand why they expected it to do so well.
It's tough because it's been since '99 since there was another live-action Tarzan film, and that one only did like $1.1 million. So its track record was not doing well leading into this.
Okay, so like I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of get it. I mean, we're seeing so many kind of remakes of things lately. We're seeing a lot of sequels. We're seeing content source material that people are already familiar with. I understand why they went there. We also saw Jungle Book earlier this summer, which is like takes place in a jungle and is like based off a children's story or something. So I kind of get why it was going there. And to be honest with you, I'm really not surprised that it's doing so well. I didn't think I was going to hear so much about it, but a lot of my friends went to go see it this week, and I was really surprised.
They did a lot of marketing for it, though. I will say that. I feel like they did a ton of it.
And I feel like it's an easy thing to look at the billboard and understand. I mean, Tarzan's an easy concept to sell.
It is.
I mean, you put him in a loincloth and you put him in a picture
And
with
like I said last week,
gorillas, you're set.
We have some good star power here too, so I get it. I totally get it, and I kind of want to see it. I was at Forever 21, and I was trying some clothes on, and the girl next to me, I don't know who she was saying like, I'm so mad because my boyfriend was supposed to take me to see Tarzan, but he took his son to see Tarzan instead. And I was in.
Oh no!
I know, and I was in the dressing room being like, it's probably a good thing he took his son to go see Tarzan, but whatever.
Yeah. All right.
A little like father-son time is always good.
I think that relationship's going to go to the distance.
Either way, it was juicy.
It goes down in Forever 21, apparently.
That's right.
Sure does.
All the movie news.
So Sam Jackson in this film as well, but you don't really see him in any of the advertising there. I mean, it's basically your
Oh, he's in it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he is in it. You don't. Yeah, it's weird. You don't see him in the.
No, I mean
Actually, no.
That's
I have,
an interesting
lately I have
thing,
them.
then.
He's in everything. Are you surprised?
Well, I mean, I'm just feeling like they should have pointed it out more because I feel like I didn't even notice that. All I noticed was him running around the jungle with the apes, like in the previews.
And just like a lot of CrossFit bod.
Yeah, like that's all I saw.
Yeah, it's. I mean, and I guess that's if you're trying to just sell it on a simple image. You know, trying to fit Sam Jackson into that scene as well may not be as easy to do.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
And it's also got Margot Robbie, which I mean, she has a little buzz for her, but I certainly think once Suicide Squad comes out, it's really going to blow through the roof if given the expectations for that.
I think she has become such a big name. I think she might be able to just sell a movie by herself pretty soon.
I think if Suicide Squad, we'll say that a few times fast, does as well as Warner Brothers hopes it will, then I think
She'll be like a vehicle. After
Yes.
this. Cool.
It'll
I'm
be
excited
so
for that. I
interesting
like her.
to see what that does. I'm excited about that.
I'm really excited for Suicide. I know it's so overhyped, but this is a hype I kind of like. Anyway.
Coming in at number 3, we've got the Purge election year. Now, we were kind of dubious how well it was going to do. Now, it did almost a little over $30 million, which is up from what the Purge Anarchy did. So that's a good sign that the franchise has some legs. And it was only a $10 million budget. So think about that. It's already made its money back right here in its opening weekend.
Do you think that was just timing? Like what week it came out? Or I wonder why it did better than the second one.
I don't know. I think it may have something to do with the election tie-in. I mean, I feel like it's very timely in terms of the plot and the premise. So I feel like that could have something to do with it as well.
And also, it's like so summer.
Yeah.
It feels so summer. Just like The Shallows, just like Conjuring. It feels kind of like that's people kind of like really flock to those kinds of movies during the summer.
And certainly given beginning of the weekend, it was really surprising because The Purge was actually beating both Tarzan and BFG. And thinking it was going to come in number 2.
I'm not surprised by that at all. Because I feel like people really... I think The Purge, the first one, was such an unexpected hit. Like, I don't think people, like, knew what it would be. And now it's kind of just grown.
It's a cool premise.
It is. It's a really cool premise. And I think that if they can take it up a notch, it'll do... Of course, they're going to do it.
You guys want to talk about what we were talking about here on the chat? We have some people who are super not happy about Tarzan. We have Tarzan sucks. Tarzan is average at best. Tarzan's premise and story is racist. The movie tried to reverse history and all the wrong things colonials did. Do you think that that's getting, is that what we're seeing in reviews? Is that what we're seeing in a lot of kind of like hype right now about the movie?
Well, that one just took me by surprise. I need to go see it for myself because I feel like I will only be able to give you that once I see it.
I think
you know
the
what
same.
I mean?
You can't really tell how, you know, a story is interpreted until you just go and just like feel it for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about like critic reviews, but I'm like, I still have to see the movie. Even if somebody tells me it's bad.
Yeah.
I still got to see it for myself.
You have to know it for yourself. To
Yeah,
be able to,
yeah.
Because how can you really speak about it? I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, especially, and I'm never a fan of people that just bandwagon onto other people's reviews or thoughts about a film, and then you get that moral outrage about a film that you haven't even seen yet. Feeling like The Last Temptation of Christ, things like that, where people
Yeah.
really
Yep.
got outraged about without even seeing the film.
And then you go in with all these preconceived notions, and that doesn't really do anybody
Because
any
I usually
favors.
go into a movie with no expectations. Like, even if it's hyped, I still am just going because I want to experience something cool.
You know what? I think the same thing. Like sometimes, like I'll like to just watch a trailer like just once.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know too much before I go in. I don't want to feel like I know the story. So many times we see trailers and we go, I know exactly what this movie's about. I want to go in. I kind of want to like, I want to be excited enough about it to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, like I just want to go in and just like experience it. I hate spoilers. I don't even like watching like next week on when I'm watching TV shows. Like I just want to just like watch. You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I
see.
prefer animated Tarzan because of Phil Collins. Yes, exactly right. That's exactly right.
Thanks, Jimmy Hubert, right there. You go, great soundtrack for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. I love that soundtrack. Now, coming in at number 4 was Steven Spielberg's The BFG, based on the Roald Dahl novel. And people thought the combination of Spielberg and Dahl doing a project on combining forces would make for a real big box office success. And this is one of Steven Spielberg's just lowest rated films, certainly box office wise. Deemed one of his weakest efforts. I mean, it only got a little over $19 million.
I mean, I think it's just competing with Dory.
That, and personally, I hadn't really even seen much about it, like, before this week when I was like, okay, let me look and see what we're going to be talking about. And I had to go and look at the trailers. So the first trailer was, like, the teaser was, like, it didn't give you anything, which I thought was pretty cool. But the second trailer, I was like, oh, I'm intrigued, but it's not as, I don't know, it's not Dory.
I actually think it looks really good, and I'm kind of excited about it. And I felt like I saw a lot of advertising for it. But if I'm being completely honest, the CGI doesn't look super super amazing. Like maybe not as excitingly good as I was hoping it would.
Well, from what I was reading is that Weta Digital, who did all the CGI for this film, is they wanted to kind of give it more of a, not such a realistic quality, but
Oh, they
more of a
didn't.
storybook quality. So it has more of a children's storybook quality.
That's how I
feel
felt.
to it.
I mean,
It came
they
across
definitely nailed
very
it.
storybook when I was watching the trailers, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, it's, for me, I don't know, it's like the BFG. It's just like,
I didn't like that name.
I mean, and certainly
That's
that's
the name of the book.
I mean,
But I just still didn't like it. It just was like, what is this?
I'm kind of nostalgic for it. I really enjoyed reading that book when I was little. It really always stuck with me, especially like the.
Oh, you read it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I'd never read it. So, I mean, for me.
I had never read it,
when
never heard of it.
Yeah.
They could have just called it The Big Friendly Giant because the BFG was like.
Your mind sadly just goes to the expletive for
Right,
the F.
like, you know, like.
Giant, dude.
Yeah.
There's like a
I
big
kind of
fucking
just
giant
almost.
in that movie.
I kind of wanted it to be that, actually.
So the CGI was actually good in the film. Okay, so maybe I just need to see it because, like, yeah, you were saying the storybook quality. Maybe I was just mistaking that for just looking like a little, I don't know, under the contour of what I'm used to, you know, over there at Pixar.
And we've got Alvin Pajova there saying the BFG was a feel-good family film that was targeted more to kids than adults.
I definitely think that's true.
Yeah.
But I like seeing kids' movies. I got no problem with it.
No. I think that's true. I mean, certainly from Roald Dahl, more, you know, if you got, you know, James and the Giant Peach, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I mean, right there, that's already more kid-friendly. Those are kid films.
But they're like weird kid films.
Yes.
You know, they're kind of dark. The Witches is Roald Dahl too.
Yeah, it's interesting that you think like with like Steven Spielberg with his sense of spectacle and you know he's certainly a superb storyteller. Thinking that combined with Roald Dahl's book would make for a great combination, and it seems like at least from the buzz from this is that it did not. Mm-hmm. Like those are two great tastes that don't necessarily taste great together.
Yeah, maybe this will do better on the back end, you know, on, you know, rentals and stuff like that.
For some reason, when I saw the title, I was like, oh my God, a George Clooney film. Like, that's what it felt like to me. It felt like it was going to be something like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You know, like.
Or kind of like how, like, doesn't Doesn't Quentin Tarantino always do like the something?
Yeah, like I just thought it was gonna be some type of heist film or some type of caper or something. I don't know.
We have
Someone agreed with me about
The
that.
Big Friendly Giant. It probably should have been.
Animated films?
Sorry?
Does Spielberg usually make animated films?
The last one they did, he did the Tintin movie that he did, right?
Never saw that.
Yeah, so he did that 4 or 5 years ago.
So
And that
maybe
was
he
his-
should stay away.
So
Maybe
I mean
he should stay
that
away
was the
from
first one they
animated
directed
movies.
that was all just motion capture and animated, and I didn't do well in the box office as well, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
But again, like I think that Dory is a big factor. Not necessarily that it was a bad movie or that it whatever. I think it just was up against such a Goliath. I don't know.
I don't know. Try again next year.
Yeah, I don't know because I think even under a Goliath, I still think 19, just a hair under $20 million is not that great for a
It's disappointing.
Spielberg film.
It's disappointing.
So I just I don't know. One commenter made it like the marketing was lackluster.
The comment before that said that the CGI scared them.
Yeah. And El Plano Fazio says, I think most people didn't know the BFG was coming out. I didn't see much marketing myself. Like I felt
It
like
looked like a January movie.
Yeah,
That's what that
I
said.
could see it,
I
like,
could see that.
looking
I
like a
could
January movie.
Definitely see that.
True
That makes a lot
Samurai
of
Hero.
sense.
I totally agree.
I feel like I saw a lot of marketing. I mean, how many times have I saw that poster or the billboard there with the giant holding up to the girl, like the world's a much bigger place than you imagine.
It just didn't
Yeah.
stick out to me. I think it's because like all these other movies were like in my face so much. Like Tarzan, I knew it was coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like Dory, I knew that.
Yeah.
I felt like I was sleeping with all of them in my bed because I knew that they were coming. This one, not so much.
It's interesting where we are with sci-fi and fantasy and kind of what people will go in droves to go see and kind of what people are a little more hesitant to. I think it's like almost like impossible to even gauge what is going to get people in seats and what isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you'd think that certainly Roald Dahl, child novels, Steven Spielberg, but then I was like, man, it's giants. It didn't really, nothing about it really like sucked me in. Like, I don't know, do I want to know about this giant?
Giants aren't in right now.
They aren't.
They're not.
We
Totally.
need vampires. We need werewolves.
Ask your friend.
We need.
Ask your friend in Forever 21.
Vampires are so 4 years ago.
Yeah,
exactly,
you're right.
Exactly.
I don't know. Preacher has a vampire in it, and it's dope.
Well.
Take that, James. All right.
I'm just
Show
saying.
with one character.
Huh?
I said one show and one character. Not
I'm
zombies
sorry.
on
I just
everything.
started it. It's on my mind.
Now, rounding
That
out.
show's actually really
It's really good.
It is. I watched. Well, this episode, episode 6 of 10, finally started kicking into high gear, which was nice. But this is not the Preacher after show. That was just done, and I did it myself, so you can check that out. Shameless
you.
plug. But actually, let's get back to what we're talking about.
Okay, Frank.
Don't talk about your projects, guys. Only me.
Okay. Anyway, follow me on Instagram at
The BFG.
at the BFG film.
So the last one, rounding out our top 5, Independence Day Resurgence came in with almost $16.5 million there, down almost 60%, which is not. Yeah. Yeah, that is not surprising.
I'm not surprised either.
Honestly, though, I feel like I just want to see this movie because of Liam Hemsworth. Because I didn't really want to see it before, and now actually since it came out, I feel like I'm seeing more advertising for it, and I'm just like, he's cute enough.
Interesting.
Maybe I'll go see it.
I wonder if it's gonna do better because now it's actually Independence Day. You know what I mean?
Oh, 4th of July.
Like, will
Although-
this date impact that movie?
I don't think, like, I was talking to Steven, I was a little nervous about doing the show on Sunday instead of on Tuesday because we felt like we were going to miss out on some Monday numbers, on the actual holiday.
Right,
and
right.
Steven was like, no, nobody goes to see movies on 4th of July. So maybe it won't help.
I know I'm not going to the movies tomorrow,
Right.
but
So,
you know, it could just be me and you.
That's right.
And Frank.
You're not going to Warcraft tomorrow?
It's not on my schedule actually.
All right, fine.
But let me
Pencil
tell you
it
guys
in.
how I'm going to see this movie.
how are you
You're
going
all
to
gonna
see it?
see. You're all going to be sorry.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay.
Oh, look at that. Hard by Death. Steven Spielberg is so overrated. That is sad. Oh.
Someone
I
predicts that
disagree.
worldwide box office might save Independence Day too. See?
Well, speaking of a worldwide box office here, talking about some international numbers, Tarzan, which began pounding his chest in 19 markets, took $18.8 million in the first overseas swing, which included Russia and Korea. And the latest Ice Age, which actually hasn't released out here in the States yet, but has been being released internationally, came in at $20 million in 7 debuts, with 75% of releases still to come. And the BFG delivered only $3.9 million in its overseas bow in Russia and Australia.
Only 3.9?
3.9.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, and now with a 60% drop, last week's top draw, Independence Day Resurgence, colonized a further $40.2 million to take the international tally to $177 million. And China leads play with $66.1 million to date.
For Independence Day.
Yeah, doing really well still in
All
China.
right. They're going to
That's
get their
not
money
bad.
back. It's all right.
Now, I know we do have one comment here that the worldwide box office for Finding Dory is not doing that well, but it actually did splash up another $34.4 million for just a 7% drop from last week. And this week, Dory drove into new waters of Brazil and the Netherlands, setting records in both.
Ooh, really?
Does seem to be kind of doing, sorry to say, going against our feed right there. It is doing well
And not a to a
overseas,
bet.
yeah. And don't forget, though, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, it slid into China with the $26.1 million 2-day frame.
It just opened in China?
Yeah, on 6,600 screens.
Oh, very nice.
Interesting.
Yeah. And Stephen Amell did a huge press tour over there as well to promote the film, too, which got a lot of play on social media over there in China.
Interesting.
Yeah. So now, coming up next week, we've got a couple films being released. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates and The Secret Life of Pets. So as we always like to do, we do like a little top 5 box office related to the films coming up the next week. This week we're doing the top 5 wedding box office movies, which I thought was kind of fun to do. Everybody hears weddings and titles of films, but I never really kind of figured out what the top 5 were.
And it's a kind of summary, too.
Yeah.
Wedding movies
Yeah.
are kind of summary.
Yeah.
Exactly. So coming in at number 5, we had The Wedding Singer. When its original box office that opening weekend was $18.865 million.
Definitely my favorite
Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore pair up by
You were
far.
about to say Ben Stiller.
I
weren't you?
was. Sorry.
Most of these movies came out so long ago.
Yeah, that came out in '98. A really enjoyable film. I think that was the first Drew Barrymore Adam Sandler collaboration. I think by far it's best. Better
Actually,
than 50 First
I
Dates.
like 50 First Dates, I gotta say.
Better than
Everything
The Wedding
other than
Singer?
that. No. Wedding Singer is definitely better than 50 First Dates. I just want to say, like, let's not act like 50 First Dates isn't really, really good.
It's okay. It's good. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's good. It's okay.
It's not as good as Never Been Kissed. I'm sorry. I had to go back there with
No,
you.
that's
Oh no,
true.
Never Been Kissed. Are you kidding?
Listen.
Wait,
That's an
Never Been-
amazing movie.
Adam Sandler isn't in Never Been Kissed.
I know, but Drew Barrymore is.
Okay.
Me and my friends quote Never Been Kissed like on the reg.
Sorry, I had to take it there.
On the reg. All right. And then was it All of Us? Was that the last one? The Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore, where they had like their blended
I don't think
families.
it was Blended. It was what it was called.
Blended. Was that?
Yeah.
Blended? Yeah. Oof. Well, yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
We
not
have
many
heard
people
that
did.
so many times today.
I kind of love it, though.
We're having like a bummer of a show.
And so coming in number 4 there was The Wedding Ringer with that came out last year with Kevin Hart there.
We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we
I think.
did. So its opening box office weekend was $20.6 million.
Yay, Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I know. DJ Richie Skye, huge Kevin Hart fan. Can't get enough about that. Number 3, My Best Friend's Wedding, Julia Roberts.
One of my favorites.
That
Yes,
was a good
Cameron
movie. I
Diaz,
love that
Dermot
movie.
Mulroney.
I just don't know
Love,
what
love.
to do with myself.
Came out in '97. There, opening box office was $21.6 million. That was it was good for it. Was always a nice turn against convention. You think like the best one's going to get everything in the end of the movie, and she doesn't, which was nice little turn.
I love that
I
movie.
love movies like that. Those are classics.
It's a classic.
Yes.
And also probably Cameron Diaz's best. You know what I mean?
Listen.
She pretty much went
Oh,
downhill
God.
after
I
that.
miss old school Cameron Diaz.
Me too.
But I don't know if you talk about like Julia Roberts films. Is this the first one that pops into your head?
No.
Notting
like
Hill
one
is
of-
probably
yeah.
the first one that
Yeah,
pops
I
in.
would think that one.
Or
too.
no, probably Pretty Woman.
I was about to say that. Pretty Woman.
Yeah, but I think I like Notting Hill better than Pretty
Me
Woman.
too.
Yeah.
I like both.
All right.
I like both. Who am I kidding? and also like For Weddings and a Funeral, anything Hugh Grant wise, I'm pretty much on board for.
Well, it's true.
Maybe not new Hugh Grant, old Hugh Grant.
What about like the what was the Drew Barrymore and Hugh Grant? Were they a musician and a songwriter?
Song and lyrics.
Yes.
I think I saw it like once, and I was
It was
probably like
decent.
drunk. I don't
Ish.
remember.
Oh my God.
Good. All right. Number 2, we have American Wedding, the last part of the American Pie trilogy. There came out in '03, opening weekend $33.3 million.
Good for American Wedding.
Yeah. Was that? Were you? Did you see all the American Pie films?
I think I saw the first two.
Seen all of them.
I don't think I saw Wedding.
Oh,
was
well.
it the third one or the fourth one?
I think it was the third one, right? And then they did. I know they did like a kind of couple directed DVD stuff. There were Eugene Levy hanging out and stuff.
Meh.
No. All right. All right. Well, see, Quinn's a tough one to get a hold of. You don't want to know how the story ends? Don't you want to know how the story ends?
I get it.
Sure. Okay.
No, I mean I liked the first two because we were all
It was a novel concept when they first started.
And also I was so young when they came out that it felt so sneaky to watch them, I
wonder.
I love it.
Now I gotta remember. Were there 3 American Pies and then the American Wedding?
I felt like
I think it was 3 and then the wedding.
Yes, I think they were right. So yeah, the wedding.
I feel like I've only seen I haven't seen all of them.
Someone
for sure.
correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah, how many American weddings are
I think
there?
there was
American
American
Pies.
Pie, American Pie 2, American Wedding, and then Reunion was 4, and the straight to DVD.
Oh, that's
I
right.
did
The
see
reunion was
Reunion.
4.
Straight to DVD was
Yes.
Camp, I believe.
You're right.
Was
Yeah.
Band Camp?
Band Camp was the straight to DVD release.
One time at
Yes.
band camp.
Riveting.
So yeah, there you go. Yep, yeah, that's right. It's like the reunion is when they saw everybody again. They got Shannon Elizabeth back because I know we were all wondering what
And
happened
Tara
to her character.
Reid.
Yep, she came back.
I miss her.
I know. It's okay, Quinn. She's still around. In our thoughts. In our thoughts. All right, R.I.P. Tara Reid. Oh no, she's not dead. Okay. And then topping off the charts there, Wedding Crashers came out back in 2005. Opening box office weekend was $33.9 million. Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn.
I'm so happy Wedding Crashers beat Wedding the other one.
How did my big fat Greek wedding not make this?
I was actually
I know.
I wondered about that when I saw the list and I was like, oh, well, okay.
No, I
Maybe
mean
it didn't do that well.
it's a little lower down the list. So I mean, certainly it
Really?
did well for an indie film. It did incredibly well, but
I feel like that's such a classic though.
And it launched that chick's career.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she just
Well,
did
would
a
we
sequel.
say it launched her career? She has a career.
I'd never heard of her before that.
Yeah, I mean, because it was.
I know, but she hasn't really done anything else besides just another Greek movie.
She did one other movie where her and it was kind of like Birdcage, but it was with 2 girls instead of 2 guys.
Yeah, I remember that.
Quinn did
she
saucy.
also,
I'm
her and
not
her
trying to be
husband,
rude. I'm just saying.
just hosted America's Next Great Baker last year.
Oh,
so-
really?
Yeah, that was on ABC.
then
They
I
judge
take it back. She's
So.
really successful and really funny and an amazing screenwriter. She is actually
All right,
a
so
woman I look up to. What's her name?
yeah, okay. Thank you, Quinn. All right. Nia Vardalos is going to be very excited to follow you there. Quinstagram? Is that it?
Uh-huh.
All
Just
right.
on Instagram.
Only on Instagram. That's
Definitely
it.
just gonna follow me on it.
I keep waiting for that sound effect to come back in.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I feel like that's Kari doing that from anime.
So as we talked about, I mentioned the 2 films that are coming out in the box office. The 2 big films coming out in the box office this week. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates and The Secret Life of Pets.
I am personally excited about Mike and Dave.
Yeah.
I want to see that now.
Right now?
Like right now.
But you got to see Warcraft first.
Oh my God.
Just
I'm
do-
gonna see this movie.
Just do a back to back. I love doing that. Go to one movie and just
I've never
see
done
2.
that before.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, it's so fun.
I feel like I might be movied out.
No, you're
After
not.
one?
Actually, one time I did it, and the second movie was Hannah, and that was a little tough because it was kind of dark and long.
Yeah, that movie was difficult to watch.
But for the most part, I can totally sit through 2 movies in a row. I did it
I don't know.
last
I think I have like a tinge of ADD, so I'm like, I can't after such a long time, I'd be like, no, I can't do this.
night. Maybe get up, take a lap, then come back.
Weekends in college, my roommate and I, we would get there at 10 a.m. and then stay all the way till midnight.
Oh,
watching
you guys
movies.
were losers, huh?
And that's right.
Dude.
But I saw a lot of movies for
Are
free.
you serious?
Yeah.
No, actually, though, it is like a college thing to be like, I can only pay for one, but I want to see both, so you just kind of hang around for the day. I've done that.
Yeah, so you basically stock it up. You let a few weeks go by, so you get a bunch of stuff in the theater, and then boom, you go off like crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hang with me, guys. I'm really fun.
Do you ever get bummed out when you walk in 5 minutes late, though, and you miss the beginning?
Well, no, it was
You
like
planned it out.
And
was
now
like-
there's
yes.
scheduling conflicts? No, I'm not doing that.
I hate when I'm like, oh, we're only missed 5 minutes. It's like, but those first 5 minutes are crucial.
I think it depends on the type of movie.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think there are some movies where you can lose the first because they're doing some nice long extended like credit sequence right there. Where you're like, I can miss that. But then there are some that jump right into the action.
I need to see the one movie so I can fully digest it and like marinate on it and all that good stuff. Like,
are you guys the kind of people where you got to get to the movie to see the trailers, or are you like we got trailers, we're good?
No, I got to see every last trailer. I want to be there before the trailers come on to see the behind the scenes of whatever movie that they're talking about before that. I got to see it all.
I want to be the kind of person who gets there for the trailers, but I also know that I'm like late for everything.
Yeah.
So it's like if I get to see like if I get to see one or two and I'm like, okay, good, I got to see at least some trailers.
Because it's a nice pad because if the start time's at 12:30, you've got like an extra 10 to 15 minutes before the movie really starts.
For me.
I am.
That's great. Hey, look at that. KJ says Warcraft was good. You should check it out. That right there is to you, Richie.
Boom. Thank
Also,
you, KJ.
I've sat through 5 movies in a row. Hats off, sir.
Wow.
Yes, Alvin. All right, my man.
That is really, really impressive.
Now, we're going to do a few predictions about what we think is going to be this next week's top 5. Now, before we get into that, though, a few notes. Illumination Entertainment's last premiere was Minions back in last summer, which opened up to $115.7 million its opening weekend. And Zac Efron's last film just came out I guess it would be 2 months now. Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising, which opened with $21.7 million, which was down from the first Neighbors film in 2014, which opened up with $49 million. Now, he also had another film that opened up earlier this year, back in January, Dirty Grandpa, with him and Robert De Niro. That opened up with $11.1 million.
Yeah, that didn't do so hot, I don't think.
So those are the most kind of associated.
Hard.
Yes, with the type of genre that Mike and Dave need wedding dates. So
Yeah.
knowing that, let's start talking about who we think is going to be at the top and the bottom of our top 5.
This to me is probably the most difficult week that I feel like I'm going to have with the predictions. Yeah, because I feel like this is such a toss-up because I feel like Finding Dory is going to just come in first.
No, absolutely not. Secret Life of Pets is going to crush.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
$115 million for their last movie.
I mean,
not that that's going to gauge anything for this, but I'm just saying that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but you look at all the retail in the stores, all the promotions around everywhere. You can't go pretty much anywhere without seeing at least one image about the Secret Lives of Pets.
Oh yeah, it's gonna come. Yeah, it's number one.
That for sure. That's number one.
I'm gonna be carried today. I'm gonna like go.
No,
a different direction.
you're gonna go contrary there. I mean, it's just a question of how well it's going to do. But we'll get into that in just a little bit as we pick a specific one for our game. But all right. Well, Quinn, we're gonna go with you first.
Quinstagram
yes.
can go first.
Quinstagram will go first. I think we're gonna see Secret Life of Pets first. I think that we're gonna see. I don't know if we're going to see Finding Dory or Tarzan second next week, but I don't think it's going to be Mike and Dave up there. I think we're going to see Secret Life of Pets, and then just because I don't know, I'm going to go Finding Dory, Tarzan, just like how it was Finding Dory first this week, and then we'll give it to Mike and Dave, and that leaves me with how many more? One more?
2 more, right? So we have what? Secret Life of Pets, Finding Dory, Legends of Tarzan, then Mike and Dave. So then you have one more.
Legends of Tarzan, Mike and Dave, and then we're gonna give it to Purge.
Oh, all right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna be strategic then.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you why later. But
Get excited.
I'm gonna go with the Secret Life first because I don't know what we're gonna do for our Prices Right game yet. So that's gonna throw me off if I guess that second and you choose that movie and then we have to guess like 70 million. Obviously, that's gonna be number 1. So I'm gonna go with that. Then I'm gonna go with Finding Dory. Then I'm gonna go with Legend of Tarzan, and then I'm gonna go with. I think that Independence Day is gonna come up.
What?
Because it's Independence Day?
I do. I just do.
Wow.
I do. I think it's gonna come up.
Richie, no.
I
Please
do.
don't say that.
And then I'm gonna say Mike and Dave. And what else? Just for giggles, I'm gonna say The Purge.
Me and Alvin switched just one. He has Secret Life of Pets, Finding Dory, Mike and Dave, Tarzan, Purge. I did Secret Life of Pets, Finding Dory, Tarzan, Mike and Dave, Purge.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Albin's list is right where I'm thinking too, so I feel like I'm going with that. There's no way that Independence Day is gonna see the top 5.
Yeah, but we
I just-
we
I-
haven't had really
I
a
feel
comedy
like-
out.
I feel like it might.
You know, in fact, I could even see.
Central Intelligence. Central Intelligence did so well that that's maybe making me want to switch to what Alvin has.
What?
Having Mike and Dave up on 3rd, because like now that I'm thinking about how well Central Intelligence did, and that was a comedy,
Yeah,
summer
well, I'll put it
comedy,
forth.
then maybe we should shove it up for.
I'm actually
farther.
torn between Tarzan and Purge because I mean,
That was my. I was.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna put Purge 4 and Tarzan 5.
Ooh, okay.
I just feel like Purge has legs.
Yeah, like Independence Day.
I'm only.
You're thinking Independence Day. You think has moon shoes or something? It's gonna bounce right on up.
Well, I'm just listen. I just have a feeling.
That's so great.
I do.
If we come back here next week and Independence Day has done better, I'm gonna let you predict my future.
That's right. There you go. What's Roland Emmerich holding over you that you have to now keep out? Is he holding a family member hostage?
Nothing. That's just what I think.
Sure. All right. Oh my word, that sounds ridiculous. Oh, ooh, look at there. Alvin saying, "Do it, Quinn. Join the dark side."
Oh, I already joined, baby.
All right.
day one.
So, as we talked about, we out of our 5 predictions there for next week's box office, we picked one to do our little game, The Price is Right, to decide who's going to have bragging rights for the coming week, saying that they got it right. We are going to do, because we got to do a big Bonzo movie, so we're going to do The Secret Life of Pets. I want big numbers.
This is why I
big
went
numbers.
with what I went with first. I had to switch that because I knew that you were going to pick that number.
Yes,
That movie.
we're gonna do a little Secret Life of Pets. I want some big numbers. We've been low. Let's go high. Let's see how high we can get for this stuff. So, Secret Life of Pets, as we talked about, Minions, 150 million last summer. Now, knowing that is the 3rd film in the 115 million.
Yeah.
Despicable Me, a big franchise. So that's the 3rd film in the series. Has a lot of momentum behind it. So it could explain why it's got a huge box office. Now, do we think the Secret Life of Pets is gonna do as well as that? Do you think it's gonna break over 100 million?
I don't.
Richie? No. Give me a number. What do you think? What do you think?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I
Wait,
like
isn't
it.
this Jeopardy?
This is Jeopardy.
This isn't The Price is Right.
But I like it. I'm gonna go with 85.
8. Wow. Okay. Interesting. All right.
I'm gonna go 95.
I feel like we're hungry for another big box office hit.
Even after Dory just did 130 million.
I think you can get over 100 million. I'm gonna go a little generous and say 100.
I always love how
100
high
million.
you go, Frank. You always go
I'm
so
gonna go
high.
high. I'm gonna sky's the limit with me.
I
I'm
think
gonna
you should just
over
go
101.
outrageously high.
420. No, I'm
There
gonna go.
you go.
I'm gonna go.
Worldwide, maybe.
I'm gonna say 101. 101 million.
Okay, so we have 85, 95, 101.
Yep.
Jordan predicts 70 million. I'm with you there.
Oh, all right.
94.
Lomi, 94
We're pretty much
million.
similar
All
there.
right, Lomi. Yeah. Well, all right, Lomi. You're a little low. I mean, come on
This
with me.
girl
Who's
likes
gonna
the
join me?
country accent girl on Bad Girls Club 12. I'm gonna look her up.
You better
See
look
who-
it up.
Who's gonna join
See
me in the
who we're
$100
working
million
with.
club? Who? Anybody? Come on. Anybody in the chat
No
gonna
one.
join me?
We have,
Join me.
we have, Albin says 105.
Yes, Alvin. Look at that. See.
That's even more than you.
There we go. I went.
Do it 105.
Yeah. All right. Do it 105. Look at that. All right, Alvin. You and I were gonna ride that $100 million club.
All
Sorry,
right.
guys. Look at that. All right.
Oh
So.
my God, everybody's saying that. I gotta
Brit
check out.
from Bad Girls Club? I gotta look her up. I'm gonna be so mad if she's really, like...
All right, so
No,
as,
look her.
as I said at the top of the show, we're going to take a few minutes to get some phone calls in. We've been talking to you guys saying, hey, we want to give you a chance to sound off, share your thoughts and opinions about the show, about the box office, where you think is like doing well, what you're surprised by. So we're going to roll out the number here. Let me give it to you guys
Oh,
in
she's
just a sec
pretty.
here.
I'll take it. Are you kidding? Thank you. She's gorgeous.
4
The number is 424
253
253
07
07
49.
49. So give us a call. That is your direct line to a good time right
She
here on
actually
Box
looks-
Office Breakdown.
A lot more like my friend Emily, but she's really pretty, so I'll take that. Thank you.
I did see The Shallows this weekend.
Oh, what'd you think?
How was that?
I loved it.
Why?
I thought it was excellent, and I, much like you, Quinn, don't like too much revealed in the previews. And I thought the first preview of The Shallows was really good, but the more previews that were coming out, I was like, you're telling too much of the story. And the movie was not given away in the previews. It was excellent from beginning to end, and I thought the ending was amazing.
When I came out of Dory today, too, I knew I wanted to see Swiss Army Man, but I also saw that The Shallows was playing, and I was like, I also maybe could have seen that today. You know what I mean?
Ooh, you're making me want to see that now.
I
Cool. I'm on it.
Oh my God, my movie list is getting so long.
Just do what he does and just go for a day.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
Bust
gonna
them
go
all
see
out.
10 movies on it.
Well, you can't see anything until you see Warcraft. So, come on, Richie.
Actually, maybe go see Warcraft. It'll get you jacked up to see a better movie.
Somebody online said that Warcraft was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I
Now,
trust
People
them.
online say all sorts of things.
I trust the people online.
Now, just somebody that tweeted at me last week there, Daniel, he predicted Legend of Tarzan was going to do $41 million last week, with coming in at number 1, with Finding Dory doing $38 million, Independence Day at 19.9, BFG at 18, which he almost nailed right on BFG, and then The Purge at $13 million. So a little under. I think some people were a little surprised at how well The Purge did.
I thought we had some really good predictions on the comments last week. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, I might be really off base today.
No, and I think it's just one of those things when you see like The Purge for $10 million is able just to make back all its budget. I mean, that's already, you're in profit mode right now for that.
Same with The Shallows,
You know,
probably.
the crazy thing about The Purge is that, I mean, I've been reading a lot of like political commentary based on the movie. So I think, again, I love a movie with legs. I think that it walks on its own. Like, it's just going to keep going.
And I think that like what a lot of people were upset about is like this idea of the Purge movies is so cool. And maybe, I think the first movie did all right. Maybe people were a little bit disappointed with the second one. And it's just like, but we still want more of this idea because it's just so fascinating and weird that it's like, even though like maybe like the movie didn't give you exactly what you wanted, you're still like curious. And I think that that's what's really cool about the Purge movies.
I think it's a lot like Saw.
Yeah.
To where it was like cheap to make, it was a great concept.
Yep.
And like now they made the first one. The second one was what everyone thought the first one was going to be like. This third one will be kind of the wrap up, and then fourth will be what made the Purge go into effect and why they started.
Oh, like a
making that.
prequel.
Like a prequel of like,
I would enjoy seeing that.
I think I would rather see the prequel. That's kind of like how, I mean, although
that'll definitely be
I
the
say that and then I don't really love Fear the Walking Dead, which is kind of the prequel of The Walking Dead, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Interesting.
Now, as we're talking about the upcoming films, we have Secret Life of Pets and Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Out of the two, I feel like Secret Life of Pets has done a much better job in just getting itself out publicity-wise. Marketing, things like that. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. How do you feel like you've seen a lot?
Yes, times 10. I
Yeah.
can't get
I don't
anywhere without seeing a poster for this movie.
I feel like I've seen as much, but what I have seen, I know that I want to see it. I just feel like it's just going to be hilarious.
It's also different avenues, you know what I mean? Like if you have kids, you're going to be seeing stuff for Secret Life of Pets everywhere because your kids are watching Disney Channel, they're watching Nickelodeon, whatever. The commercials are going to be on.
Yeah.
For me, it's like anytime I go on to Instagram or anytime I go online in my little sidebar, what am I going to see? Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. You know what I mean? It's just like it's all geared towards. They're on to us. So.
I
They
think
know
they're
what you're doing.
missing a marketing opportunity with that because it's based off a true story of like two dudes that really like went on.
No, I
tour
heard that.
Yeah, but they should have those dudes be doing interviews and be on social media and like getting people like talking about like, oh no way, this really happened. Well, I can't wait to see what the movie tells. You know? 'Cause
Yeah. I get what you're
right
saying
about that.
for sure.
especially in today's age of social media, everyone wants to be a star. So
Yeah.
it's like, hey, those guys are now movie stars because of what happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be like, well, why can't I be the same way, kind of thing.
The weird thing for Dave and Mike is that I almost would rather go see this movie because of just in terms of the two guys, because I love Anna Kendrick and
Anna Kendrick
Aubrey
is the
Plaza.
reason why I want to see it.
But
'Cause I love her.
it's funny because like Zac Efron is like the big heartthrob, but I actually like Adam Devine more. So like I want to go see it for Adam Devine as opposed
Yeah.
to like big hunky Zac Efron. But
Workaholics for life.
yeah, but I love Anna Kendrick, man. She
I do
really
too, like-
she's so charming. It's unreal.
And she's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
She's so fucking hilarious.
And she usually plays more of like I don't want to say the wholesome girl, but more of like the nice girl.
She's a
good
little
girl.
sassy though.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
sassy,
Sarcastic,
but
yeah.
But this one, she seems a little a little sneaky, duplicitous in a fun way. So this will be nice to
It's
see her
gonna
do
be.
that.
I kind of like seeing the girls be a little,
But she was kind of like that in the Twilight movies, although that wasn't really highlighted.
No, well, that was like she had like one scene and then that was it.
But
Then-
every scene she was in, I remembered her.
I remember every minute. Well, Drinking Buddies is like one of my favorite movies, and I know that she's not like super,
yeah.
sassy in that, but that's like Adam Devine is hilarious. Yes, he sure is. Alban, you and me are like best friends, baby.
That's all right. So we opened up the phone lines, but nobody gave us a shot this week.
Because they're talking to us online.
That's all right. No, we appreciate you talking to us on the chat. So, with that, I guess we're going to call it to an end for this episode of the Popcorn Talk here on Box Office Breakdown. But folks, we'll open up again. Tweet at us here. Share your box office predictions here. We'd love to hear them.
You know we tweet back.
That's right. And we'll be back here next week. We'll open up the phone lines again. You may have been nervous, a little shy to talk to us, but we're just people. We're just people.
No one's more nervous than I am right now.
There you go. So as
Quinstagram.
That'll do it for us this week here. But, Richie, if they want to continue the conversation with you, even after this show's ended, where can they find you?
You can find me at the BFG. No, I'm kidding. At DJ Richie Skye on Instagram and Twitter.
Hi, guys. You can find me on at Quinn Scillian on Twitter. You can find me on Quinstagram on Instagram, and you can search for me on Snapchat at QuapChat.
That's right, Nita Vardalis. That's where you can find Quinn, right there on all those social media outlets there. So you can talk with her about my big fat Greek wedding and everything about that.
I would love it.
That's right. You can follow me on Twitter at HappyGoJackie. Like us on Facebook. Yeah, you can like us on Facebook. Give us those 5 stars on iTunes. Subscribe to the YouTube channel here. We'll be back next week with another episode of Box Office Breakdown. Kari Lane will be back here as well, and we'll have a great time talking about movies.
Yeah.
See you then.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Whitworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.